Welcome back to AJ Kitchen Paper. I'm Asad, this is Oats. Let's make some tasty fried stuff.
Let's go!
So let's start off with a medium-sized bowl, and we're going to whisk 1 Eggo. The beginnings of batter. And then pop them off to the side because we're going to prepare some non-spicy peppers, also known as shishito in Japanese. So first chop off all of the long stalks there, and then brutally stab them all with a bamboo skewer. Pop about 5 on each skewer, and do your very best to make them even and beautiful to make sure that the OCD kid in us is fully satisfied. Alrighty, next victim on our stabbing list is maitake mushrooms. These are always excellent fried, whether that's tempura or like this as kushi-katsu. Lovely, lovely. Bring forth the next victim. Whoops, didn't mean to startle you. Grab all of your cherry tomatoes and take off the stalks one by one. And make sure that they're nice and washed for you too. And once officially ready spaghetti, you can stab them as well. You want to put about 3 on each stick. Also, do be careful not to overstab the last one. You want to just pierce it right on the end there. This makes sure that when you're frying these, they don't explode on you. And once they're done, you can pop them off to the side because it is time for onion boys. Make sure you leave him whole because you're going to be cutting him into centimeter thick slices. And then stab them through all of the layers to make sure he doesn't fall apart on ya. Well, bar the very last one. We don't want to get stabbed while eating or frying. And as per usual when you are dealing with onions, always use your protective gear. Alrighty, off to the side, and it's time to pop down our extra meat-specific chopping board. And then grab some lean chicken bits and just slide those on. These are called sasami in Japanese, and they're actually very lean chicken fillets, even leaner than breast meat. Looking nice. Now that you've stabbed everybody through, you can pop them off to the side because it's time to make our batter. This is a snack in Japan called Tane. They're just some tasty little rice crackers, and this one has peanuts in it. So we're just going to take all those peanuts out, and then we're going to crush all of these because these are genuinely the best coating for all fried foods ever. Chuck them into a Ziploc bag and then crush them up using a rolling pin. Alrighty, once you're done with those guys, you can set them aside for a second. Now let's prepare the rest of that batter. Grab that egg that you whisked up right at the start. Add in about 100 grams of flour, 50 ml of milk, and a wee splash of water, or as much water as you need to make this look like a nice pancake batter. Give everybody a nice stir together, excelente, and dansky runsky. Line up your bowls to make the world's smallest production line. Excellent. Now let's start dipping. Start off with your pancake batter like batter. Make sure every crevice is absolutely covered, and then move over to the Kaki no Tane. And then once you're ready, you can either shove them in the waiting hot oil or off to the side while you batter all of them at once. Feel free to coat by any means necessary. If that includes using a spoon, that's fine. Be careful of just getting impatient and trying to do 2 at a time. It's not going to work for you. And also be careful to make sure that you don't lose everybody in the process. Now then, if all of your friends are nice and coated, it is time to move over to the flame. Also, you definitely can use those friends at the bottom of the batter. So no worries at all, let's do it. Let's fry. So first of all, in a small pan, we're going to pour in a bunch of oil, and we're just going to heat this up to 180 degrees. Then realize that these long ass sticks probably won't fit into this pan, so shove it into a fry pan so that you can get that nice shallow fry. This is very easy to overflow, so be very careful, guys. Alrighty, and being very careful, let's fry away. Notice just after putting 2 kushi-katsu in, the oil is already pretty much almost overflowing. So be careful not to overfill your pan. Make sure you're flipping them over often to get everybody nice and golden. Again, when flipping over, being very careful not to splash out any oil anywhere. Continue to flip and fry. And also make sure that you're checking the temperature regularly. Keeping your fried boys at a constant temperature is very important. I'm gonna be real, sometimes it's a little bit hard to judge if it's fully fried or not, just because Kaki no Tane is a fried food. But if you use your better judgment, you'll be fine. pull them out and chuck them onto a waiting kitchen paper lined tray. And then in go more things. Again, checking the temperature because adding more things in lowers the temperature, so you have to adjust the flame a little bit there. You'll notice Oates is using some chopsticks to get it out, which is a sensible and wise decision when you've got only one point where it's actually stabbed. And make sure that nobody starts swinging around on that nice skewer of yours. But for things like the onion and the chicken, you can just grab the skewer, as they're much more stable and they probably won't start swinging everywhere. And now that everybody has been fried to perfection, I think it's time to plate up. So lay down some kitchen paper and then pop on your best looking assortment of Kushi-Katsu. Look at those golden babies. I feel even just with this picture you can see how absolutely crunchy they are. Alrighty, I think it's time for tasty time. Formerly known as taste test time, but you know what? This is so much better. Our drink of choice tonight is our cooking sake. Very cheap, very dry sake, but it actually tastes pretty good just on its own. One final close-up just before we devour this. Now normally we would just use breadcrumbs, but using the Kaki no Tane, because it's already fried, it protects everything and it doesn't soak up as much oil as breadcrumbs do. I'm sure you've had the experience when you've left some fried food just for like a few minutes and it's gone just that little bit cold, it ends up being a little bit floppy and it's not as crunchy anymore. This doesn't do that. Even when cold, it's super crunchy. Thanks to Shokugeki no Soma for this awesome idea. I do hope you have a go. Like and subscribe for more and leave a comment down below telling us what you want to see next. Alright, it's time to devour these in all of 15 minutes. Till next time, guys.